Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm MC Zinman, and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, yeah, my previous Space Engineers video, my first ever weekly workshop roundup, it was eaten alive by you guys. I got my first 3 subscribers off of that video, and yeah, it's just the first video to actually get any sort of attention for my channel, so I figured why not continue in that line of thought and feature more space engineers. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to feature space engineers basically every other day. At the end of the week, I'm going to have the weekly workshop roundup, and every other day between weekly workshop roundups, I'm going to have just you know, regular old mod reviews of stuff that I particularly like, and in some cases maybe stuff that, you know, is a little under the radar and I just wish that, you know, it was a little bit more popular. So, but these 2 mods are neither of those things. They're neither under, well, they are actually things I really like. Otherwise I wouldn't be reviewing them, but they are kind of under the radar, just a little bit. Well, I say a little bit. That one over there's got 1,000 downloads like today alone, and then this is also really popular. So yeah, under the radar, that's exactly the way to describe these. And in case you're wondering what I meant by this mod, I meant the Christmas mod pack by G666 and Xocliw, Xocliw. This was actually created at Xocliw's suggestion, so thank you, Xocliw, for suggesting this to me. This is actually something that, well, he's actually the guy who, well, one of the 3 people who worked on the Planet Christmas mod that I showcased in my previous video. So, ChristmasModPack comes with a whole bunch of Christmas-themed blocks, which you can see right here, and it also comes with some Christmas-themed character models. So if I open up this medbay here, it comes with Elf Astronaut Mini, with the Elf Astronaut Mini skin, which looks a little bit like, well, a little bit like this. Isn't that just cute? That's absolutely fantastic. And when you look like that, he bends over backwards, and it looks absolutely great. And one of the coolest things about it is that it actually adjusts the position of the first-person camera, so if you want, you can basically see how it is to be a minion, or in this case an elf, and you can see the world from an elf's perspective. You can even go under blocks that you wouldn't usually be able to go under, like this branch of holly / light over here. I'll get to those in a second. And yeah, that's really awesome. It's T, not G. MCZ. So same thing. You've got the tall elf astronaut skin. Sorry, I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons today. So let's have you, and let's see what you look like. Oh yeah, I am so much taller than everything. I just feel like I'm walking above it all. There are areas in that Heimdall heavy class frigate, we'll get to that in a second, but there are areas in that Heimdall heavy class frigate, such as, well, all the doors, that wouldn't be able to fit in. But yeah, in case you ever wanted to know what it was like to be Lamar from Grand Theft Auto 5, here you go. You're pretty much above everything, and you feel a lot more powerful, and just, it's awesome. It's really, really awesome. So, same thing, regular size Elf Astronaut, Santa Astronaut, and those are all the skins, so I'm going to switch back to my typical Born Assassin. Well, I'm going to switch back to my typical worn assassin armor, thank you very much. And I'm going to get on with the show because this actually has quite a few block mods as well, and an actual buildable Christmas tree, which I think is pretty much the coolest thing in the mod. So, yeah, to build your Christmas tree, what you do, you hop, you open up the G menu, you hop over into the Christmas mod pack section, and then you have all of these different blocks here. So what you do, you grab your Christmas tree, put him in your hotbar, and then rotate your Christmas tree into place. Let's see. A little bit like this. No? Yeah. Forgive me a second. Alright, there we go. There we go. So we've got our Christmas tree planted, and now, according to a screenshot that I'm going to be putting up on the screen right now, it's actually very, very simple, in fact. So the Christmas tree basically has 4 tiers, 3 decoration tiers, and sort of a top decoration tier, which is basically the star. So what you do to decorate the Christmas tree, you open up the G menu, and then you say, okay, I want to decorate the Christmas tree's first tier, the very bottom of the Christmas tree. I want to, well, not the bottom of the Christmas tree, but sort of like the innermost portion of the Christmas tree. So I want to decorate the innermost portion of the Christmas tree. You're going to look for any block that says Christmas Tree Deco 1, and there are 4 types of decoration for each tier. So you look for, say, Christmas tree. I want to use type B. I think that's the ribbon thing. So yeah, and then you put that on the top of your Christmas tree's base block. The actual collision mesh for the Christmas tree is literally a 1x1x1 block. So from here on up, the Christmas tree has no collision. So that allows you to put decorations onto it. So I think it's rotated into place. Yep. And looks very nice. That's a great way to start off a Christmas tree, by hanging the ribbon around it. So after that, basically you just build it from the bottom on up. So you put the second level's, the second tier of decorations on top of the first tier. So I'm going to look for Christmas Tree Deco 1, or Christmas Tree Deco 2. And I'm going to go for, I guess, type C for the second layer here. And let me just zoom out so I can see a little bit better here. So I'm just going to rotate this guy into place right here, right now. Space Engineer's rotating mechanism is kind of confusing to me. So yeah, that's rotated in place. So we've got 2 ribbons right here, and then the third and final actual decoration tier, we are going to look for Christmas Tree Deco 3. Yeah, so Christmas Tree Deco 3 type. Why don't we go with type B? Why not? And then, well, yeah, these are the actual balls. So I'm gonna rotate these guys into place, same as before. And boom, there we go. We almost have a Christmas tree, except we're missing the star. And I would like to place the star, but the thing is, well, here is the star. The thing is, I cannot for the life of me get this thing to actually work for me. So to go on top there, and let's see how things work. It's a little bit finicky here. So where is the star? I think it's actually inside the Christmas tree. yeah, as you can see, I'm not sure exactly where the star even is. It's supposed to go on top of the Christmas tree, but for some reason, for me, it doesn't. And last but definitely not least, it also comes with some interior decoration blocks. This candy cane, there's the star there. It's supposed to go on top there, but I can't make it. Well, I guess theoretically you can actually build more sort of levels and then like sort of have the Christmas tree on top there. So yeah, you can actually, I think you could do that. I think so. But anyway, so that's what it looks like right there. And pardon me while I get rid of this. But yeah, that's what it looks like right there. And then other interior stuff, you've got this candy cane and then these 3 holly branch lights that are, for some reason, are 3 separate items, but at least as far as I can tell, they look the exact same. So that's weird. I seriously, for the life of me, cannot discern a difference between these 3 guys. And then finally, you've got this Christmas glowy orb thing here. And in case you're wondering where all the other custom blocks in the Planet Christmas world came from, they're actually other custom blocks in another set entirely. In fact, I believe the Ember wood furnitures, bookshelf, and chair, which are also made by Sanchindachi 666. Yeah, they're the Sanchin Interior mod, and that's also up on Steam, so if you want to go grab that, you also can. I may feature that in another mod review, but for now we are going to move on to the Heimdall heavy frigate over there, and it's a pretty decent ship. I had the chance to explore it pretty in depth, very simplistic interior layout, so take that for what you will. But yeah, so just let me flip to the, alright, so yeah, it's a very simple interior layout, absolutely no frills at all, so you don't really have to worry about downloading. Well, I think there's one mod that came with, I can't remember which one. I just sort of noticed out of the corner of my vision as I was getting ready to load this up with the Christmas stuff in it. So, yeah, if you're going to be using this as a blueprint, first of all, you're going to need to open up the world to copy the blueprint anyway, so you may actually want to look and see which mod that is. But anyway, so now we are inside, and it's a, like I said, very simple interior layout. This, I believe, is where the fighter would sort of, this is sort of the fighter door. I'm not sure what I think of that, really, because that is a giant weakness. If somebody managed to get under your ship, which would actually be very easy, then they'd have free reign to just destroy all these conveyor pipes and these storage containers up here. So that would be where your lone fighter, presumably, would dock. I seriously can't see a fighter being much smaller than this, so it's pretty much a one fighter deal. So yeah, if a band of pirates attacks you, then unless your fighter pilot is an absolute ace, or unless the fighter that you chose to store on board the Heimdall is amazing, or preferably both, you're going to be absolutely SOL when it comes to dogfights. So yeah, if these guys get up in here, then they could absolutely wreck you. So, I mean, there's not much you can do about that because the ship's not very fast, as we are about to find out in a couple of minutes. But first, this back here is basically, well, we're where some of your gyroscopes are, it doesn't have nearly enough gyroscopes. But, so this is where your conveyor system is, your medical rooms and all of that loveliness. So, and by the way, I must say that it's actually pretty decent as far as frame rate. We're getting about 30 frames per second, but depending on where you look, obviously you're going to get up to 60. So you go around and up here, and you can just sort of watch the fighter as it's deployed or as it comes back in. So I guess you can actually, if this is multiplayer, you can actually go and say, hey fighter pilot, you need to come a little to your left or forward or backwards or whatever, and sort of help guide them in. That way there actually aren't any creature amenities here, such as crew quarters or anything. It's just all business. So yeah, some more gyroscopes here. In fact, as far as gyroscopes are concerned, it has hold on, let me look this up here. It has 247, but unfortunately, it's, like I said, it's not nearly enough because this ship just doesn't turn, period. So here's your reactor room, and yes, again, not much to comment on. If you go up here, well, this is where you can control your reactors. And then if you go up here and you can, it's a very easy way to get to your reactors to work on them in case something happens to them. Plenty of reactors, so I mean, if you find yourself in a comm set, then you may have just enough time to get turned around. But turning around in this thing takes days, so it would rely more so on diversion tactic on the part of your fighter pilot to try to keep the pirates or whatever you're facing up against away from your reactor. So out of this airlock, you can actually sort of see off to the side here. So like if you're pulling into a spaceport or something, you could actually have some of your crew members come out here and sort of guide you in, tell you how much room you have before you wind up damaging the ship. Yeah, it's the same on the other side, and yeah, that's very, very handy for, you know, if you're trying to pull this thing into a very, very large station. So that's quite handy. But yeah, this thing, I'm not sure of its chances in combat. Maybe if you're just a god at combat, you can actually, you know, get out of a fight without too much damage. But I mean, it's extremely slow. It's got a lot of light armor and quite a few weak points. But I mean, it's great. It's great for cargo because it's got 247 small cargo containers. So if you've got a lot of stuff to haul, then this is definitely a good choice. But once somebody gets an eye towards damaging your ship, you're pretty much frelled, unfortunately. And this is your rear turret. I'm not sure why it's pointing towards the front of the ship, but yeah, that's your rear turret. As far as turrets are concerned, it's got 5 external gat turrets, so not much external armament at all, which is unfortunate. And yeah, in fact, it's got 17 interior turrets, 14 large reactors, which is way more than enough for what you need. And yeah, this is the part where we find exactly how slow this thing is. We are just now getting over 4 meters a second. As you can see, mass 28,977,700 kilograms. Speed, turtle pace pretty much. power usage, the peak power usage that is able to achieve going up, strafing to the left, and turning at the same time, or strafing to the right, sorry, was 11.49 peak power usage. So, plenty of power left. So if I was you and you wanted to use the ship in like survival, and you wanted to make it a little bit faster, then I'd definitely go ahead and get rid of a few of those reactors, because that's way more than enough. It's got way more than enough, so it might save you some weight. It's, as you can see, it's got 1.40 gigawatts of power, 169 thrusters, 247 gyroscopes, and 169 thrusters. It is not survival ready, however, because it has no landing gears and no fuel, so that's going to present a little bit of a problem for you. If you want to bring this into survival, you're going to have to hunt for plenty of uranium before you can expect this thing to work. But I mean, in creative, it's very, very cool. It's a very aesthetically pleasing ship. It holds plenty of stuff, so, you know, if you're building a base and you need some stuff that you possibly can't get from the G menu, then, hey, this is your shot. This is your ship right here. Because it's got plenty of cargo space, like I said. It's got, how many, it's got, yeah, it's, like I said, it's got plenty of space for cargo. And finally, it's got 3 med bays, as you saw earlier. And yeah, so, I mean, it's mostly survival ready. Just a few tweaks and you'll be able to get this thing up and working, no problem. But yeah, as far as your chances in a dogfight, I think that's this ship's major weakness. You're gonna have to rely on your one fighter, so your fighter pilot better dang well be an absolute godsend. Or, you know, other than that, you're gonna have to have just absolutely one of the best fighters ever made. You know, you may be able to make use of decoy blocks, but those are only going to divert automatic turrets, and even then, only for so long. So, yep, I just jumped out of the ship. Yep, but yeah, like I was saying, you're going to have quite a serious fighter jet or fighter ship and or fighter pilot in order to have any chance at all in combat. It's got a little bit of heavy armor sprinkled here and there. And in fact, I think it may have an inner armor layer of heavy armor that I can't actually see. But yeah, from what I see here, it doesn't actually have all that much heavy armor, so it's going to be quite easy to chew through the armor. So it's mostly a deco ship, and for that, man, does it look absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that is the Heimdall class heavy frigate by McLovin. And if you want to go check this out, then by all means, it would actually be a very good background chip. Speaking of which, I forgot to include Siri. I said I was going to include Siri as my sort of signature background decoration, but I forgot to. But yeah, this is a really cool looking ship, and as far as cargo load is concerned, it is an absolute beast. I also like the fact that it doesn't have as many creature amenities, because that means there's not going to be as many mods to install, and your frame rate's going to be a little bit higher because there's no polygons, or fewer polygons, I should say, on the screen. So yeah, there's that. It's a decent ship for what it's worth. Would I put up there with Siri? Not quite. I mean, it's got strengths, but it's also got its weaknesses. Which is something I cannot really say for Siri. So yeah. If you like this video, then go ahead, bitch up that like button. If you really liked it and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hey, I've been MC Zinman. You've been awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video. MCC